For 82 summers, ball players and spectators alike have poured into Historic Hicks Field. From Hall of Famers like Bob Feller to young kids just learning the game, this diamond has more stories than we could even hope to track down. Now, 32 young men from as close as Elizabeth City and as far as California will take this field together for the first time as a group. After the incredible pressures of their spring seasons at college, they've made the trek to Edenton for some more baseball. Some will catapult draft stocks, catch the eyes of bigger schools, or even break a record or two. But for all of them, it's an opportunity to chase a championship in front of a baseball-crazed town. After a long winter, you've made it, Edenton. It is once again time for Steamers baseball. Live from Historic Hicks Field, I'm Ray Dunn, and I'll be the voice of your beloved club this summer. Tonight, the Clams play host to fellow Premier Collegiate League Eastern Division team, the Tarboro River Bandits, in the beginning of a quest for another title. Welcome on in. There's a lot in store tonight, but let's recap you on the bigger picture. Marshall McDonald, the manager of the Steamers, back for a second season. Last season, of course, shortened due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The team went 21-5 in the league, but lost in the league's semifinals to the Tidewater Drillers 5-4. Nice little interesting tidbit from that game. Aiden Cool from that Drillers team who started the playoff game is now an Edenton Steamer. And of course, the league itself, Tidewater Summer League last season, still under that umbrella of the Tidewater Summer League, but the branding the Premier Collegiate League this year. Of course, the second season in this league following a long stay in the Coastal Plain League. Some Coastal Plain League teams on the schedule this year, but for the Premier Collegiate League, obviously, there's a bit of some changes in terms of the teams that the Steamers will be playing the most. The River Bandits are right up there with one of the most common opponents, both teams in the East Division. The Greenbrier Knights round out the East Division, and the Knights were the team that the Steamers were supposed to take on Friday night, just yesterday. Field conditions and rain stopped that game from happening, but it will be rescheduled soon. You'll see the Knights on Tuesday night. As for the Western Division of this league, the Wake Forest Fungo, Fuquay Varina Twins, and Carolina Pirates are the trio out there. And the Steamers will see each of those teams a pair of times throughout the regular season. And two divisions, will both play their own rounds of playoffs, and the winner of each division in the postseason will play one another for the championship, but that is certainly well down the line. I happen to mention Marshall McDonald back for his second season. Assistant coach James Stalin also back for his second season. His younger brother Anthony Stalin, fresh off a workout with the Red Sox this week and being named an honorable All-American by the NCBWA this week. He is also back with the Steamers. He had a stint with the team in 2019, back for his second summer. The pitching coach is the new addition to the coaching staff, but not new to Edenton. Brett Folk will be the pitching coach this year. He was a Steamer last season. ERA well under 3 for the Steamers. Had a 6-year career at Lenore Raleigh thanks to an injury and the COVID-19 free year of eligibility given out. So just wrapped up his college career after 6 years, 2 degrees, and now the pitching coach for the Edenton Steamers. As for who's actually on the mound for the Steamers tonight, it's Daniel Willie, a returner from last year's team. He'll be opposed by Jack Metzger from the Tarboro River Bandits, and Metzger did not have a season this year. Plays in the Ivy League from Dartmouth College, so no stats on him for this year. But as for Willie, 5-3 this spring with a 4.62 ERA, pitched in 11 games, 9 starts. Went over 60 innings and an impressive 10.59 K through 9, but the real impressive stretch of Willie's season came at the end of the season. In his final 3 starts, he was 2-0 with a 2.05 ERA and a 10.64 K through 9. So strikeouts through 9. Marshall McDonald, his coach at Montreat College. Willie, a junior from Tennessee. And you're going to see 3 pitches from him. A fastball, throws a heavy ball. 85-89, and you're going to see sinker, slider combination from him when it comes to the off-speed work. And finally, to wrap us up here before we send it on over to the game in just a few minutes, we have the lineups for the visiting River Bandits. Jack Kulamovic leads off, the DH, number 7. Michael Dolberry is in center field, batting second, and is number 2. In right field, it's Jackson Cherry, number 14. In the cleanup spot, Ben Jones, third baseman, number 6. In left field, Pete Cosentino in left field and wearing number 46. Number 4, Anthony Sherwin, shortstop, batting in the 6th position. In the 7th position, it's Ethan Fuel, the catcher, and he'll be wearing number 9. Number 24, Zach Malia, will play at first base and bat 8th. And in the 9th position, Will Smith wears number 1 and will be playing second base. Will Smith, don't be fooled by that 9th position. He was drilling some baseballs out of here in batting practice just an hour ago. As for your Steamers, the lineup, number 13, Adam Fine is in center field, and he leads off. Number 15, Casey Harris at second base, batting second. Number 2, Aaron Copeland is the third baseman. He'll be in the 3rd position. Those 3 names sound familiar to you Steamers fans. They should. Returners from last year's team, Fine, Harris, and Copeland. Newcomer Joe Haney is wearing number 7. He'll be DHing and batting 4th. Number 20, Ryan Kay, a power-hitting right-handed bat from West Virginia State, will be in left field and batting 5th. Another power-hitting bat, Jacob Mustaine, is wearing 31, playing first base and in the 6th batting position. 7th in the lineup, number 19, Jackson Hipp in right field, another returning clam from last season. Evan Dolan's conditional player here in Edenton as the Steamers await some seasons to wrap up in the collegiate world. That would be Presbyterian, as Alan Brown, the catcher, is still there. Evan Dolan here to fill in for now. He'll be in for about a week and a half. He's wearing number 12, and he's got the catching duties today, batting 8th. And number 4, Chase Bruno, starting at shortstop for the Steamers. That rounds up the batting lineup. So one more time for the Steamers: Fine, Hare, Copeland, Haney, Kay, Mustaine, Hipp, Dolan, and Bruno. Just a few minutes from the game. Real American playing over the speakers. That can mean one thing. Marshall McDonald's out there exchanging lineup cards. As the umpires have gotten here today. Today's umpires: John Campbell, Craig Spate, and Jesse West. Campbell will be serving behind the plate. And now just a few minutes away from the first pitch of this one. We'll be right back again. I'm Ray Dunn here at Historic Hicks Field. Steamers, River Bandits. The season is about to get started. Get excited, fans. We'll be right back with that here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Hello everyone, once again, welcome inside to Historic Hicks Field. I'm Ray Dunn and I'll be taking you through the Edenton Steamers season as it begins right here. Daniel Willie on the mound. Run through it just one more time. This lineup for the Steamers: Willie on the mound, Evan Dolan behind the plate, Jacob Mustaine over at first base, Casey Hare at second base, Chase Bruno over at shortstop. At third, Aaron Copeland. In left, it's Ryan Kay. In center field, Adam Fine. And in right, Jackson Hip. If you missed the pregame, the word on Willie: he is a three-pitch pitcher, sits 85 to 89 on his fastball, has a sinker and a slider, which you'll see when he goes to his breaking ball. And this spring, again, it was a great close to his spring. His final three starts really came into his own. A little more pop in that glove when he threw it. Speed radar gun started jumping a little bit. Getting closer and closer to 90 miles per hour. He stands 6'3", 185 from Montreat College. Very familiar with Marshall McDonald and familiar with Historic Hicks Field. Had a good season for the Steamers a year ago in 10 appearances. He threw 21 innings, finished with a 3.43 ERA and a 13.71 strikeouts through 9 innings. And now the designated hitter for the Tarboro River Bandits, Jack Kulimovic, comes to bat. And we have baseball here at Historic Hicks Field. The first pitch gets through 1-0. Kulimovic so far through 2 games, 0 for 4. Did get on base with a walk. Now 2-0. (2-0) from Willie. That's in there for a strike. For Kulimovic's spring season at .239, got on base at a .345 clip, had a home run and 8 RBIs. The 2-1. Foul back. Counts even at 2. Following Kulimovic is Michael Dolberry and Jackson Cherry, due up for this first inning. And the 2-2 from Willie. Outside, runs the count full. As a team, the River Bandits have scored 18 runs in their first 2 games, sitting at 2-0 on the season atop the East Division. 3-2. This one skied to the left, down the line, and foul. About 5 feet on the foul side of the left field line towards the corner. Kay gave it some chase to no avail. The payoff pitch coming once again. The 3-2 from Willie. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And now Michael Dolberry from Longwood University up to bat. Dolberry swings and foul tips that one back. Dolberry hit .315 in spring, got on base at a .408 clip, had 12 RBIs for Longwood. The 0-1. In there for a called strike. Quickly 0-2. Willie. 0-2. Swinging in the dirt. Dolan has to finish this one off. which he will. And there is now quickly 2 away. If you couldn't gather from the first 2 batters, Willie does strike a lot of guys out. Had 71 strikeouts this spring. Jackson Cherry, the right fielder, now digging in 3rd hole. Takes a called strike. After 2 balls to start the first batter in this inning, Willie's found the zone. The 0-1 in there for a strike. Working ahead now, 0-2. And he's just ready to go. Quickly back to get set on the mound. Willie looks to Cherry and now gives him the 0-2 pitch. Low. In the dirt, 1-2. And the 1-2. A little outside. Steamers faithful wanted that one to be a punch out. John Cannell behind the plate nods over to the coaching staff of the Steamers. Let them know, yeah, that was a bit outside. 1-2. Foul back. And for the first time this season, Tommy Bass is telling someone to move their car in the ballpark. The 1-2. Excuse me. 2-2. Now it's 3-2. Working the scoreboard and working the broadcast stream all at once. And the 3-2, that one's outside. So getting up quickly. 0-2, but Cherry able to work back and walk. Get himself on. And now batting 4th, Ben Jones, the 3rd baseman. Grounds this one into right field. That'll be in for a base hit. Hip gets to it. Did not wait to attack on that one. Pete Constantino, the left fielder, now to bat. Willie got 2 quickly in this inning now, facing runners on 1st and 2nd. First pitch to Constantino is in there for a strike. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-2. Chance to get himself out of this with the 0-2 pitch. One in the dirt, blocked by Dolan, and Dolan, very good defensive catcher. That was one of the sticking points for Marshall McDonald bringing him here. Dolan, another Montreat College player, played for Marshall McDonald past 2 springs while McDonald was an assistant there. And when Steamers needed a catcher, Dolan was just a call away. And a swing and a miss, ball away from Dolan, picks it up, fires on over to the 1st, and 3 strikeouts really in the inning. 1 hit, they leave 2. Steamers coming to bat, game still not at 0 in the bottom of the 1st. Welcome back to Historic Hicks Field, bottom of the first inning, game 9-0 between the Steamers and River Bandits. Steamers coming to bat, leading off for the Steamers. Start of their season, Adam Fine, a returner from last year. Center fielder from St. Joe's, up there in Pennsylvania, just the border of Philadelphia. Hugs City Avenue, so half in the city, half in the suburbs. Fine played sparingly this year, scored the winning run in a big game against LaSalle late in the season that helped the Hawks get to the A10 playoffs. And the first pitch he sees is outside for a ball. Again on the mound for the River Bandits, Jack Metzger, as Fine sends this one into right field for a base hit. He'll round first, think about it, and head on back. And with the second pitch, Adam Fine is on base. Adam Fine, certainly a threat on the base paths. Led his high school conference in steals for 3 years. Definitely a candidate to be set in motion. As for the man at bat, Casey Hare, the second baseman. Another returner to Edenton. First pitch to Hare, in there for a strike. Hare had himself an impressive spring for Milligan University. Got on base at a .383 clip, 2 homers and 30 RBIs. As Metzger going to check on Fine. The 0-1 to Hare. Grounds this one, and that gets past the first baseman. Fine around second. He's going to third. Hare rounds first, and he'll be back. And it's runners on the corners for the Steamers with nobody out here in the first inning. Coming to bat, someone who knows a thing or two about driving in runs. It's third baseman Aaron Copeland. Drove in 48 this spring. Had 12 home runs. An early jam from Metzger. Looks over at Hare. And the first pitch to Copeland. Fouls this one back. Somebody's car might be in danger. Copeland, a season ago, had 7 home runs and 21 RBIs, hit .297 for the Steamers. This trio at the top of the order. Back in the teal and black. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. The 0-2 to Copeland. Outside, 1-2. Many of the Steamers here right now. Copeland had the most plate appearances this spring. Very much a regular. He swings through that one, and he is retired. So now 1 out, Metzger gets the strikeout. First 4 outs of the game have all been by way of the strikeout. Designated hitter Joe Haney coming to bat. There's Joe Haney from Davidson College, originally from Denver, North Carolina. He inherits the runners on the corners. He steps out. Haney's been a trendy pick to be a power hitter this summer. Live pitching, BP, indicators, didn't matter what was happening. He has been crushing baseballs throughout the week he's been here as he swings through that one 0-1. He and fellow infielder Anthony Stalin, after the news of the postponement yesterday, were in the cages working with James Stalin. And he pops this one up, skies it towards center. Shortstop calling that one off, makes the catch, Fine hustling towards the plate. Fine slides in, safe at the plate, and the Steamers have a 1-0 lead. One of the shortest sacrifice flies you're going to see from Haney, as Fine uses his speed to get in and get the Steamers a lead. Ryan Kay, coming all the way from California, up to bat, the left fielder. And they are going to say that Casey Hare left early when he was headed to second base, and that will be the third out to end the inning. So the Steamers score as Adam Fine hustles home on a sac fly from Joe Haney. Haney gets the RBI. Hare apparently left early, and that will be the third out. So 1-0 Steamers, 2 hits in the inning. They leave no one. River Bandits coming to bat in the top of the second when we come right back. Welcome back. It's the top of the second here at Historic Hicks Field. Anthony Sherwin comes to bat for the River Bandits, to quite the applause from the crowd all the way up from Bucknell. So definitely some fans traveling for this game. Willie had 3 strikeouts in the first inning, did allow a pair of base runners. Kicks and fires low, ball 1. And the 1-0 in there for a strike, evens the count. The 1-1 hits him, and he will take his base. Now coming to bat is the catcher, Ethan Fool. Fool played in one of the 2 games had a hit and 3 ABs, drove in 2. Digs in here in the top of the second. First pitch, upstairs, 1-0. Pickoff move to first, safe. Threw that one to the outside of the bag. If it was inside, probably would have had him. Mustang quick with the tag. Sherwin able to get back in time. The 1-0 from Willie. Inside 2-0. Footwell had 33 plate appearances in the spring, hitting .222. Got on base at a .364 clip and drove in a pair of runs. His collegiate season, now playing for Tarboro. He fouls this one back. Hits the net. Caught in the on-deck circle. Nice play made there by Malia, awaiting his AB. Two-one pitch. Breaking ball, swung grounded to short. Bruno doesn't have a play there. Fires across the diamond. And retires Fool. One away now. And Zach Malia coming to the bat. First baseman from UNC Greensboro with a runner in scoring position. 2 for 6 in this young season. John Campbell calls a timeout behind the plate. Malia got on base quite a bit. .455 on base percentage in the spring. The pitch from Willie, low. The 1-0 from Willie. In there for a strike, 1-1. Paying good attention to Sherwin. Sherwin already has a stolen bag on the season. Had 4 in his spring season. And the pitch here, 1-1 in the dirt. Good block there by Dolan. Absorbs it. Well, he kicks, fires, 2-1 foul back. And some people forgot the netting was there, getting a little nervous that ball was coming back towards them. As it was stung backwards. And a couple of kids sitting near that fence going to reconsider their options for seating here at Historic Hicks Field. A very packed crowd here tonight. Very few seats remain. And the pitch in the dirt once again blocked by Dolan. Count now full. 3-2. The payoff pitch from Willie. Fouled down the first base line and one out of play. Everybody quickly turns, make sure their car is the one parked right there. We'll try the 3-2 pitch over again. Willie gives Sherwin a look. And another timeout call from Campbell. Willie kicks, fires, grounded right back towards him, and that's through for a base hit. They're sending Sherwin, fine, coming up firing. Gonna throw over second base. That will allow Malia to get to second, and this game is tied. So an RBI single for Malia. Will Smith coming to bat. The second baseman from UT Martin. Still a runner in scoring position. Only one out. First pitch up and in to Smith. Smith 1 for 5 so far on the season. Cranked some baseballs in batting practice. A lot going over that. Teal Monster takes a strike. That'll even the count at 1. A lot of ones on the board right now. 1-1 with 1 out. Game tied at 1 and 1 runner on base. And the pitch. Catches the outside corner. 1-2. The 1-2 from Willie. In there for a called third strike. He sets Smith down, and back to the top of the order we will go. Jack Kulimovic coming to bat. Struck out in his first at-bat, first inning. Still Malia on second. Willie gives him a look, now comes to the plate. That one low. Dolan able to get to it, and 1-0. This one is put into the gap in left center field. Kulimovic going to run on into second, and Malia is going to strut on home. The River Bandits have the lead. Michael Dolberry, center fielder, now to bat. Still 2 away. River Bandits put up a 2 spot here in the second inning. Dolberry struck out in his first AB. He sees a breaking ball in the first pitch. Doesn't bite. It's high. That one's in there for a strike. One outside, 2-1. Really been a bit further from the strike zone than he'd like tonight, as the shadows start to fall over the infield. Two one from Willie. That's another ball, 3-1. And he's going to walk Dolberry. Runs at first and second with 2 away. Jackson Cherry coming back to bat. Walked in his first plate appearance. We'll get a mound meeting. Brett Folk coming out to talk to Willie. Teammates last summer, now coach-player relationship. The two quite close. They try and get him closer to the strike zone. Willie, before he was at Montreat, spent 2020 at Cleveland State Community College, where he was cruising prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. Had a 1.93 ERA and a 13.50 strikeouts through 9 innings. After a summer playing for Marshall McDonald here. Should say he was already on his way to Montreat and got the chance to play with Marshall McDonald. And all worked out at Montreat. He had a very good spring. Now trying to get himself out of a jam. The first pitch fouled back into the glove of Dolan. 0-1. The 0-1 to Cherry. Fouls this one back into the netting. Quickly 0-2. Jerry has recorded a stolen base. He's coming in the game, had 2 walks on 7 plate appearances, so you can make that 3 in 8 plate appearances. This will be his 9th plate appearance of the season, getting a good amount of time in the opening 3 games of the River Bandits season. They still stand at 2-0. Steamers' first game. And this one, low and in. Dolan able to block that one in the dirt. And again, you're seeing what Evan Dolan can do behind the plate. His family's in town. He's wrapping up his baseball career. Thought it was over just 2 weeks ago. Got a call from Marshall McDonald. This pitch is lofted in the air to right center field. Hip and Fine getting to it. Fine makes the catch. And that is the end of the inning. River Bandits score 2 in the inning, up 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the second. But before we send you to the bottom of the second, we want to make sure we let you know all about the Edenton Baseball Club. The Edenton Steamers and the Edenton Aces are excited to join forces as the Edenton Baseball Club. The Edenton Baseball Club's mission is to raise money to benefit Historic Hicks Field and contribute to the longevity of our beautiful facility. On Saturday, June 12th, that's Saturday, June 12th, the Steamers will be wearing specially themed jerseys that bear the logo of the Steamers and the Aces. Proceeds from this jersey auction will benefit projects going on inside Historic Hicks Field. We appreciate your support of our historic homestead. We'll be right back with the bottom of the second. Welcome back inside of Historic Hicks Field. Ryan Kay coming to bat, number 20, the left fielder. He was coming to bat and was a little confused in the bottom of the first. And we want to clarify the run did count, runs up on the scoreboard, and it has been scored as a run for the Steamers. Not a force out. It's okay, up 2-0 in the count. Okay, coming from West Virginia State. 2-0 pitch to him. He fouls back, 2-1. Okay, stands at 5'11", 210. From all the way out in California. Again, plays his college ball at West Virginia State. The 2-1 pitch to him. Low. 3-1. It's still Metzger on the mound for Tarboro. Okay, had 3 RBIs in the spring season and 14 plate appearances. There's a 3-1 pitch to him. Lofted into right field. This one's got a chance to drop. It will. Okay, we'll be on first base. And the Steamers have a man aboard with nobody out. Jacob Mustaine coming to bat. That first baseman. Goes to Virginia Military Institute from Chesapeake, Virginia. Stands 6'4", 220. I'll have a chance with the man on first. First pitch inside. And if you couldn't tell by the stature, when he gets a hold of one, it goes quite a ways. Played last season in the Tidewater Summer League as well. The 1-0-2. Outside, 2-0. Campbell giving a timeout to the catcher. Fool behind there, the River Bandits. Nice pitch, Mustang swings and misses. 2. Two and 1. Pitch to Mustang, swing and a miss. He evens the count up at 2. Mustang gets time. Count even at 2. Steamers trailing 2-1. Here. Bottom of the second. Able to manufacture a run on a Joe Haney sacrifice fly where Adam Fine came around to score as Mustang fouls this one back. Staying at 2-2. But on that same sacrifice fly, it was determined Casey Hare left first base too early. And he was ruled out once they tossed it over to first base and tagged the bag. 2-2 to Mustang. Outside, runs the count full. Making Metzger throw quite a bit here. And Metzger didn't have a spring season. Right-hander from Dartmouth College, Ivy League, canceled season. 2 Steamers impacted by that. This is pitch up and in. Mustang will take his base, and the Steamers have 2 on with nobody out. 2 Steamers impacted by that, both Brown University players, and Jackson Hipp, who steps to the plate right now, the right fielder, wearing number 19. He and teammate Sam Duncan, a right-handed pitcher, both from Brown. Both did not have a spring. Spent the spring down in Florida training. Hipp saw some live pitching down there. Also mentioned that Justin Verlander came through the facility at one point, got to stretch and watch Verlander work out as Verlander recovers. And Hipp will take one on the shoulder, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out for the Steamers. Evan Dolan to the plate as the mound meeting commences. And I wanted some time to tell this story about Evan Dolan. We've mentioned conditional player. He'll only be for a little more than a week. The catcher position, Alan Brown, who will join the Steamers as soon as Presbyterian's college season is over, will take his place on the roster. Brown was with the team last year. Dolan, however, thought his baseball career was over. Had homered in his final home game for Montreat College. And was more than happy with it. Hung it up, played for Marshall McDonald for 2 years. Steamers need a catcher. McDonald gave a call to Dolan, saw what he was up to. Dolan answered the phone and, what are you doing? Dolan said, oh, just playing Call of Duty. Nothing much, coach. What are you up to? And Marshall then began trying to tell him to come down and play a little baseball more. After a little bit of convincing, Dolan came on down. Now his family here this weekend, taking in Edenton. And, as for the baseball player Dolan is, he can hit hard. He seemed most game ready in the first couple practices. He cracked quite a few balls to each gap. First pitch, he swings and misses. Late on that one. 0-1. And the pitch to Dolan. In there for a strike. Whatever they said to Metzger in that meeting. He's come out here throwing strikes after walking Mustang and hitting hip with a pitch. Dolan quickly behind 0-2. This one outside. 1-2. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. One away now. Now Chase Bruno coming to bat, the shortstop. Just puts the ball in play. That's the way Marshall McDonald described him. He's a guy who's going to make a lot of contact. And was off to an impressive start at Montreat before his hamstring was pulled, making an impressive defensive play. That ball outside, missed majority of the rest of the spring, but first 16 plate appearances, 5 hits and 385, got on base at a 500 clip and had an RBI. So definitely excited to get back onto the field and looked good over the last couple of days. He grounds this one to third. The throw home is off the mark. Kay comes in to score. Mustang rounding third. He's coming in, slides on in, and the Steamers have the lead once again. Bruno grounded it to third. The third baseman tried to make a play home. The throw went awry, and 2 Steamers come to score. Hip gets himself to third base in all the chaos. 2-run score for the Steamers on the error. Bruno now standing on first. Adam Fine to bat. Adam Fine in his first AB. Singled, came around to score. First pitch to Fine. Swings and fouls this one back. To Fine, and he fouls this one back. Bounces between a couple of cars into someone's front yard. Fine's got a nice big hole on the right side of the infield. Been known to punch it there quite a few times. Hit 264 last year as a Steamer. 0-2 to him. Fights that one off. Pitch that was up and in. Metzger once again with the 0-2 to Fine. Bruno's on his way, and Fine sends this one to left field. Back at the track, and this one is gone! Adam Fine with the first home run of the Steamers season. It's a 3-run shot, and the Steamers lead 6-2. Marshall McDonald knows his team. He said earlier today he thought Adam Fine would be the first one to go yards. Sure enough, the leadoff man put a charge in that one, and it never came back. Adam Fine had never hit a home run in his career before he got to Edenton last summer. Hit 2 last summer, didn't hit one this spring. Historic Hicks Field, it just brings the best out of you. Six to 2 now, Steamers, as Casey Hare comes to bat. And they tell you consistently this will be one of the top run-scoring ballparks in all of summer collegiate baseball, and that's certainly why. It's 300 straight away to left, 298 straight away to right, 350 straight away center. Deepest part of the ballpark gets you 365 in left center near the Budweiser sign. Eric quickly behind 0-2. Metzger's pitch upstairs, 1-2. And the 1-2. Fouled. Off the ticket window booth and into the parking lot. Still only 1 out in this bottom of the second. His hair. 1-2 to him. It's him. And he will take first base. So, mound visit from Fuel right now to Metzger. Chat things over. That's the second hit batter of the inning. Jackson Hip was hit. Casey Hare. Aaron Copeland come to bat. Struck out in his first AB. Taking a little instruction from Marshall McDonald over in that third base coach's box. One out, and Copeland, who was a popular pick around the office to be the first home run of the season. Hit 12 of them in the spring, 7 of them last summer with the Steamers. First pitch to him. Catches the outside corner. 0-1. Up and in. Nearly hit him. He just leans on out. Evens the count at 1. One to Copeland. Skies this one. Shallow. Center field. Dolberry able to range over and make the catch, and there are now 2 away. With Joe Haney coming to bat. And Haney was the one that popped one to shallow center field in his last at-bat. That brought home Fine after Fine scored. That one, or then Hare went to second base, and he was deemed to have left a little early, so they got out of that first inning. And he now takes a strike. And so the Steamers got their first run. The rest of it all in this second inning. An error at third with the bases loaded. Chase Bruno grounded one to third, brought home 2. And then Adam Fine hit a 3-run shot. And this one to Haney. Great grab there. Can he beat Haney to the bag? He can. And that will wrap up this bottom of the second inning. But it wasn't without excitement. Adam Fine hits a 3-run homer as a part of a 5-run bottom of the second inning for the Steamers. They lead 6-2. We will be right back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back. It's the top of the third inning here at Historic Hicks Field. Daniel Willie back on the mound for the third inning. This one a ground ball to Hare at second base. Flips it on over to Mustaine. And Ben Jones is retired. He had singled in his first at-bat. 4-3 on the putout. One away quickly. Pete Costantino coming to bat and swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. River Bandits put 2 on the board in the last inning. That one high and away, 1-1. Sherwin and Malia got on base. And so this one, broken bat to Bruno at shortstop, fires across his body to first. He got him. A great play by Chase Bruno, and that's what you come to expect from him at short. The River Bandits number 4, Anthony Sherwin to bat. Costantino set down. Quickly 2 outs. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. 0-1. Willie works quickly. So we're about an hour into this ball game. Line drive foul. And the Steamers sitting on top of the dugout. A little scare in them. Oh, and 2 to Sherwin, who was hit by a pitch. His first time up. That one bounces rather early. 1-2. He did come around to score. Well, he also came around to score. Gulimovic had a double that brought Malay around to score. That's how the 2 runs came across for the River Bandits. This pitch on the outside corner, called. 3rd strike, and what a quick inning for Daniel Willie. 3 up, 3 down. We will head to the bottom of the 3rd, but not before we tell you about the new 2021 Edenton Steamers merchandise that has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and place an order stop by Sound Feet Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at Historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. We'll be right back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. We're welcoming you back a little bit early here this bottom of the third inning. As first we have our Edenton Steamers trivia question of the night. The fan watching at home that answers the most trivia questions correct throughout the season will win an Edenton Steamers prize pack. As we go through this season, be sure to put your guess in the comments. And tonight's question, last season, the Steamers got back on the baseball field with an exhibition game against the Tarboro River Bandits to start their season. That opening day starter was who? Who was the opening day starter last year for the Edenton Steamers? Put your guesses in the comments. Your hint there is that it's a returning Steamer. But be sure to put your guesses in the comments. Speaking of pitchers, Jonathan Peacock, right-hander, number 16 now on the mound for Tarboro. As Ryan Kay prepares to step in, we want to quickly remind you about the Albemarle Area United Way. It's a nonprofit organization that improves residents' lives in 9 counties throughout northeastern North Carolina. This year, the Steamers have partnered up with the United Way and are looking forward to helping raise money for their services. On Friday, July 2nd, that's Friday, July 2nd, the Steamers will be wearing specially themed patriotic jerseys for their game. The jerseys will be auctioned off during the game, and all proceeds will go back to the Albemarle Area United Way. If you'd like to have this one-of-a-kind jersey, be sure to be here that night and support a good cause. A huge thank you to H2OBX Water Park for making this night possible for the Albemarle Area United Way. As Ryan Kay fouls off the first pitch. Oh, and 1. Get going in the bottom of the third. The 0-1 to Kay. In there for a strike, quickly down 0-2. Okay, singled, came around to score in the second inning. Second AB for him. 0-2. Low, bounces away. Still Fugel back there. Mentioned Jonathan Peacock, the new pitcher for Tarboro. Just got with the team today. Signed his jersey number today. Very new to the team. 1-2. This one grounded to shortstop. Kay hustling up the line. Shortstop coming, fires across the diamond, gets him at first base. A very good play by Anthony Sherwin. Sets down Kay. First baseman Jacob Mustaine coming to bat. As the sun setting over Edenton right now, lights will be the only source of light soon enough. First pitch to Mustaine, up and away, 1-0. Worked a great count in his first plate appearance, drew a walk, and then came around to score. Out tips that one back in the glove of Fuel. One and one to him. He hustled home on the error from third base. Allowed he and Kay to score. Put the Steamers back in the lead as he swings through that pitch. 1-2. The 1-2 to Mustangs. Swing and a miss. And he is set down. 2 away now. And Jackson Hip, who was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance, will come to bat. Hip spent last summer with the Steamers, got on base at .383 clip, hit 3 home runs, including a grand slam, and had 8 RBIs. First pitch to him. Inside. Lucky that ball had some break to it, otherwise that one would have been right up near the shoulder that got hit the first time. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One pitch to Hip. That one inside, again, close, 2-1. Peacock's pitch is popped in the air. Fu will head towards the Steamers dugout, and he's not able to pull down the pop-up. Another opportunity for Hip. And I see some fans avid in the comments about the answer to the question. We will get you that in the top of the 5th inning. I appreciate the answer so far. Count even at 2. 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. And a swing and a miss. Hip is set down. 1, 2, 3 go the Steamers. However, they lead 6-2. We'll be right back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel with the top of the 4th. Welcome back to Historic Hicks Field for the top of the 4th inning. I'm Ray Dunn, taking you through the action through 3 innings. The Steamers up 6-2. Daniel Willey, his evening is over. 3 innings pitched. Right about the expectation of what they want from him tonight. As Daniel Rutherford will take over on the mound, and we'll have more on him after this message. The Steamers are proud to announce that Venture Tours is the official travel partner of the team for the 2021 season. Venture Tours Incorporated is a family-owned business specializing in motor coach transportation. The owners have been in the motor coach industry for more than 40 years. A mixture of hard work and a family legacy helped to create Venture Tours Incorporated, one of the most successful motor coach companies in Hampton Roads, coastal Virginia. If you're interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit venturebustours.com. Rutherford on the mound. He'll be greeted by Ethan Fuhl. And Rutherford, 6'5", 215, left-hander from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Quite literally a rocket scientist. He was delayed in getting down to Edenton by a flight test. He was able to pass his test, so we'll see him in the air very soon. But first, a summer down in Edenton. First pitch fouled off. Second one misses. You're going to get some upper 80s. Daniel Rutherford, and really solid breaking ball. This one inside. 2-1. Full grounded to shortstop. First time up. And a 2-1. On the inside corner, evens the count at 2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Rutherford did not have a spring season. Canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. One of 4 Steamers to have that happen to them this spring. As I mentioned earlier, Hip and Duncan from Brown University didn't have seasons. Josh Pernetti, catcher from California, also did not have a season. Now, Zach Malia back up to bat. Singled and came around to score. His first time around, takes that first pitch for a strike. The 0-1 to Malia. And there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Two outs. Will Smith to bat. Being someone from the Philadelphia area, always appreciate Will Smith. As this one is lined into right field. That's a base hit for Smith. And a runner on with 2 away for the River Bandits here at the top of the 4th. As they flip over the lineup. Jack Klimovic, the designated hitter. Doubled his last time around in the second, struck out in the first. This one in the dirt. Dolan blocks it. The throw down, not in time.
Mascot race contestants, please report to the information booth. Mascot race contestant.
Now runner in scoring position. 2 quick strikeouts. And a base hit from Will Smith. Put Rutherford in this situation. 1-0. Fouled back. Evens the count at 1. Rutherford originally from Coal Grove, Ohio. Says the least interesting thing about him, he hates reading. That 1-1. Inside, interesting that the rocket scientist hates reading. Can't pretend like I understand what goes into that, so I'll let him have it. He's behind 2-1 to Kulumovic. That pitch, a little outside. 3-1. The pitch, hit in the air. Someone looks up. That one sounds like it hit just above us. And runs the count full. 3-2, 2 outs, a runner on second base. And Rutherford didn't like the way Smith was moving over at second, steps off. And the payoff pitch. This one lined into right field, a base hit. Smith being waved around, hip firing. This one cut off by Mustaine. And that's an RBI single for Kulumovic. 6-3 now, still in favor of the Steamers. Two outs, and Michael Dolberry up to bat. Pitch away, 1-0. Dolberry walked his last plate appearance and struck out in the first inning. The 1-0 from Rutherford. Hit into the air. Hip running in from right field. Signals he's got it. Slides on over and makes the catch. The River Bandits get one back. They leave a man at first. Steamers still leading 6-3 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back inside Historic Hicks Field for the bottom of the fourth. Steamers lead at 6-3. The difference, an Adam Fine 3-run home run. Evan Dolan due up, but first, every year the Steamers are proud to have the opportunity to raise money for the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation on Saturday, July 24th. That's Saturday, July 24th. The Steamers will wear special themed jerseys that will be auctioned off during the game. Proceeds will go towards the Fight to Strike Out ALS. Catfish Hunter is an MLB Hall of Famer that lived just 20 minutes from Historic Hicks Field. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with ALS over 20 years ago. The Steamers will continue to carry on his legacy and do their part to strike out ALS. We thank you for your support of this great cause. Evan Dolan to lead off. Jonathan Peacock, his second inning of work. That one catches the outside corner. 0-1. Dolan struck out in the second inning. Swings and misses at that one. One and two the count to Dolan. My apologies. Missed that first ball. Swings through that one, and he is set down. One away. Peacock certainly coming and settled down the River Bandits a bit. Retired 4 straight. 3 straight strikeouts. Chase Bruno now to bat. Shortstop from Montreat. First pitch to him. Up and in for a ball. 1-0. And his last AB, he grounded to third. Third baseman decided to fire on home. Ball not on line. 2 runs came around to score. Gave the Steamers the lead back before the Adam Fine 3-run shot. That's what Bruno would score as he fouls that one off the catcher. 1-1, 1 away. For those of you looking for something to do between innings or watching this one later on replay, go back and watch Chase Bruno make a nice backhanded play as he takes strike 2. Let's get Fool, the catcher for Tarboro, earlier. Fool was moving up the first base line, but Bruno able to fire across the diamond. Get him just in time. The 1-2 to Bruno. That one low. Breaking ball misses. And they peel down to first. No swing. Count even at 2. Reminder for all of you, our trivia answer coming up. Top of the 5th inning. 2-2 to Bruno. Upstairs. Runs the count full. Fouls back from 1-2 to 3-2. Peacock in danger of allowing his first base runner of the season. And the 3-2. This one's sky to right, going back to the track. And right field makes the grab. Cherry out there. Jumped into the fence. Was able to bring it down. And there's now 2 away. Adam Fine hit one above the Teal Monster. Last time he was up a 3-run shot. He has singled and homered, 2 for 2 out of this leadoff spot. Ball outside. He's been here a lot over the last couple days. Practice schedule's been odd due to the weather. A lot of rain in the area. Wednesday's game postponed at the Carolina Pirates. Friday's game against Greenbrier Knights postponed. That one's up and in, 2-0. So the practice schedule's been interesting, but Adam Fine's been around the facility quite a bit. Looked confident and loose today, hitting off the tee out there in the cages, joking around, hanging out with Josh Pernetti. And he laughed when he was told Marshall McDonald picked him to hit a home run. The 2-0 to him, in there for a strike. He said if there's any place for him to do it, it'd be here, where he hit his 2 last summer, the only 2 of his lifetime. Fine stands 5'11", 175. 2-1 pitch comes up and in at him, 3-1. definitely say he profiles as a contact hitter. Steps in for the 3-1 pitch. 2 away. Bottom of the 4th inning. And Fine sends this one to left field. It'll be into the bullpen. Foul. Runs the count full, 3-2. Couple of fans oohing and on, thinking they had a 2-home run game. Not quite. Peacock steps onto the mound. Fine into the box. 3-2, 2 outs. The pitch. He skies this one foul. Down the third base line. And that one just out of the reach. Ben Jones giving chase. Once again, 3-2, 2 outs. Casey Harris stands in the on-deck circle. Fine, looking to give him a reason to come to the plate. 3-2. Ground ball to second base. Fielded cleanly, and Smith retires Fine. And that will set down the Steamers. 6 straight retired by Jonathan Peacock. He's righted the ship for the River Bandits, who still trail 6-3. They'll come up to bat when we come back for the top of the 5th inning. Welcome back inside Historic Hicks Field as we have a pitching change for the Steamers. Sam Duncan on the mound from Brown University, the right-hander. Again, did not have his spring season due to the Ivy League's cancellation of their season due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Duncan got to face some live hitters down in Florida. Spent a good amount of time training. But before we get to the action, I will not cheat all of you to answer the trivia question. Congratulations to Brandon Matthews and Stephanie Hare for their correct guesses. Josiah Seitler. Brandon Matthews, watching his old squad, Tarboro River Bandits. Remember the fact Seitler did, in fact, go 2 innings in that game. 2 innings, allowed an earned run as Steamers lost 5-4 against the River Bandits. On June 19th, 2020, Houston Wright, the Tidewater Summer League MVP from a season ago, tuned into the stream, watching his old Steamer boys. Hope you're recovering well from your injury. Wish we could have you down here right now. Do have to question, though, did get the incorrect answer about his own team's starter. We'll just say he was too focused on hitting. Duncan's first pitch, up and away. Jackson Cherry, the right fielder, up to bat. And the 1-0 pitch, low, 2-0. Special shout out to our concession staff, just hooking me up with dinners. The 2-0 pitch from Duncan is grounded, foul. And the 2-1 from Duncan. Sky to left field. Kay giving chase. This one bounces up against the wall and a hop. And into second base with a double is Jackson Cherry to lead off this 5th inning. Ben Jones coming to bat with a runner on second base. Duncan originally from Asheville, North Carolina. And true freshman this year. Looks back at second. First pitch to Jones, swing and a miss. 0-1. In his senior year prior to the cancellation of it due to COVID-19, he was 2-0 with a .70 ERA. That was at Asheville High School in his senior season. The 0-1. Up and in, 1-1. He could touch the 90s. He can sit low 90s with a fastball and boasts himself a really strong slider. One, grounded back at him and off his leg. And he will just grab that one. And Jones is on first. First and third now with nobody out. And Marshall McDonald comes out to the mound. Pete Cosentino about to step in for Tarboro. 0 for 2. Grounded to short and struck out. First 2 ABs. Just want to make sure Duncan is able to throw after getting hit in the leg.
Guys, we got fireworks happening again, so make sure if we lose them again, you guys hang in here.
Runners on the corners, nobody out. Cosentino, left fielder in the box. First pitch to him, runner going. Jones has second base. Second and third. And now 1-0. Duncan kicks, fires. Up and away, 2-0. Dolan trying to help him out with the frame job. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Those of us just tuning into the broadcast, Danny Willie got the opening day start. Went 3 innings. Danny Rutherford came in the 4th, and now Duncan gets the breaking ball on the inside corner. 2-2. So Willie, Rutherford, Duncan for your pitchers. Steamers lead at 6-3. And the pitch from Duncan. Upstairs, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch from Duncan. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big strikeout there for Duncan. Sets down Cosentino. And now there's one out. 2 runners in scoring position. Anthony Sherwin, the shortstop, coming to bat. Hit by a pitch. First time up. Struck out looking his last time around. Got a chance to drive in some runs, and the first pitch is outside. The 1-0 from Duncan. This one's put into the gap. That is going to score a pair. As Sherwin hustling on into second base. Throw gets cut off by Bruno. And Sherwin has an RBI double. 2 coming around to score. And the Steamers' lead has been cut to 1. Ethan Fuel coming to bat with Sherwin now on second base. Fuel grounded to shortstop and struck out. His 2 at-bats so far, 0 for 2. First pitch to Fuel. Upstairs, 1-0. Some stirring in the Steamers bullpen down in left field. The 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. That is a base hit. And they're waving around Sherwin. He will come in to score, and it's an RBI single for Ethan Fuel to tie this game at 6. And Marshall McDonald coming out to the mound. And that'll be all for Sam Duncan this evening. It's a pitching change here at Historic Hicks Field with the score all knotted up at 6. Tarboro has put 3 on the board this inning. We'll see what else they have when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back to Historic Hicks Field. Chris Bueller on the mound now for the Steamers. From Long Island University, left-hander, stands 6'4", 215. Did not pitch this spring, recovering from Tommy John surgery, but now let loose with the Steamers, and he comes in a tie ball game. River Bandits have put 3 on the board this inning. Top of the 5th. Only 1 out. Ethan Fool over there at first base. Zach Molly up to bat. First pitch he sees is a strike on the outside corner. The other 3-pitch pitcher, fastball, changeup, and curveball. Pitches really well off of his changeup. Throws over to first. Nothing going on over there. Fool's back quickly. For Malia, 1 for 2. Base hit and a strikeout. Bueller. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-2. Couple guys on the team joking. It's a summer lefty. A lot of left-handed pitchers for the Steamers compared to usual. Bueller, one of them. You saw Rutherford earlier. Bueller's 0-2 gets away from Dolan, up and away. 1-2, and that will send Fuel to second base. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. Still 1-2. Bueller's 3-year varsity career in high school was 14-2. Named All-League during his senior year at Melville High School. Now ready to pitch the 1-2. In the dirt, blocked by Dolan. Count evens itself up at 2. The 2-2 to Malia. Foul tip. Stays alive. For Malia this season, but coming into the game 2 for 6. He stands ready for the 2-2 pitch. Fouls this one back again. Working the count. On the on-deck circle, Will Smith. Came around to score in the 4th inning. Try the 2-2 pitch once again. One in the dirt. Count full, 3-2. The 3-2 from Bueller. Ground ball. That's through the hole for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. And the runner gets to second base as Kay fires that one into Dolan. Fan yelling cutoff man. That gets Malia to second. Two runners in scoring position, 1 out. Will Smith singled in his last AB. Bueller in a critical situation for the Steamers in a tie ball game. First pitch to Smith in there for a strike. Oh, and 1 to Smith. In there for a strike. 0-2. Breaking ball, I think, had Dolan a little confused. Was able to catch it. And John Campbell liked what he saw behind the plate. Called that one a strike. The 0-2. Good job once again. Dolan keeping that one in front of him. 1-2. Willie got the start. He had thrown in the spring, but the last 3 pitchers for the Steamers all without a spring season. 2 due to season cancellations. This one grounded to second, and that goes off Casey Hare. And a run will score. Now runners on the corners. The Tarboro River Bandits have the lead. Jack Kulimovic up to bat. First and third with a runner out. His designated hitter. 4th time at the dish. Takes the first one for a strike. Has a single and a double. In the 4th and 2nd innings respectively, and struck out in the 1st. Here 1, lofted to right field. Hip coming in, makes the catch, firing home all the way. Dolan able to get in front of that, stop it, but the run will score. As Malia coming in from third base, and it's now 8-6 in favor of the River Bandits. Michael Dolberry coming to bat. 0 for 2 with a walk. Most recently flew to right field. And Bueller. So that went in for a strike. Certainly keeping it around the plate. The 0-1, runner going, line drive. Short hops, Bruno fires across, gets the out anyways. And that will retire the side, but not before Tarboro puts a 5 spot here in this top of the 5th inning. Steamers coming to bat trailing 8-6 when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back inside Historic Hicks Field. 8-6 in favor of the visitors. Tarboro River Bandits putting a 5 spot in the top of the 5th inning. Casey Hare lead this one off. Gotten on base both times. He's come to the plate. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Steamers have kept the original lineup thus far. As we get deeper into this game, we will see how Coach Marshall McDonald wants to change things up. Hare flies this one to center. Dolberry went back to start. Now coming in, makes the catch. And you have to give a hand to Jonathan Peacock. First game with the River Bandits of the season. And he has set down 7 in a row. Aaron Copeland, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to center field. Coming to bat with 1 away. First pitch from Peacock to Copeland in there for a strike. Breaking ball. 0-1. This one, Copeland swings through second pitch quickly, 0-2. Last year's Goodman Glove Award winner, playing third base. This once again in the hot corner this season. Staying at 5'10", 170 from Spartanburg Methodist College. The 0-2. Inside, 1-2. Looks like Will Smith at second base thought they had a punch out. One and two with 1 away. Copeland in the dirt, 2-2. Haney in the on-deck circle. And now the 2-2 to Copeland. High, 3-2. Copeland the other day taking batting practice. So Coach McDonald that he wasn't liking the way McDonald was throwing. Coach shrugged him off, and then as soon as it went to live hitting, Copeland hit the first pitch he saw for a home run. Looks right at Coach. Let him know that it was the pitching, not the hitting. Copeland now 3-2. Grounds that one foul, and the two had a good laugh about it. Great relationship between the two of those. Obviously brought Copeland back this summer. Took a second for some Steamers fans. Some people involved with the Steamers organization recognized Copeland cut off the flow from last summer. 3-2 to him now. And he works back a walk. Great plate appearance there from Copeland. Runner on with 1 out for Joe Haney. Haney so far popped out at the shallow center field and grounded into 3 unassisted over there first base. 0 for 2. First pitch he sees in there for a strike. Peacock with a look at Copeland over at first, and Haney skies one backwards. And for the second consecutive hitter, Peacock quickly up 0-2. Once again, a look over at Copeland. This one into foul territory. Malia thought he had a beat on it. It actually lands behind him in foul territory, and Haney given new life. Quick smile and chat about it with Fuel behind the plate. Haney, a part of a baseball family for sure. Older brother Josh played baseball at Liberty, and his father, also named Joe, played at Wake Forest. As for this Joe, he's down 0-2. Another chance, timeout called. Originally from Denver, North Carolina. And the 0-2, Copeland off and running. And I say he fouled that one off. So Copeland, jog going back to first. And Haney's still alive. One thing stressed from both McDonald and Stalin about their lineup this year. It's deep. Not a lot of size of relief for pitchers come visit Historic Hicks Field or run into the teal and black this season. Very excited about the depth, and Copeland and Haney got down early, both their at-bats, but definitely making Peacock work. The 0-2 outside 1-2. Haney continuing to fight. Peacock once again looking over at Copeland. Copeland takes his lead, and they're going to punch out Joe Haney. I say he went, offered at that one. And 2 outs. Ryan Kay to bat. Kay 1 for 2 with a single in the second. Grounded to short in the third. And a throw over to first. Copeland back with the dive. He's safe. Close in on about 2 hours of game time. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Pitch to Kay. Skies this one to left. Left fielder backed up initially, now coming in and makes the catch. And that will do it for the bottom of the 5th inning. Steamers put 1 on base and leave him there. 8-6 in favor of the River Bandits. They come up to bat when we come back in the top of the 6th inning. Top of the 6th inning on its way. I'm Ray Dunn here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Steamers trail 8-6 against the River Bandits. Before we get back to the action, we want to let you know if your kid is a fan of the Clam, why not sign them up for the Steamers Kids Club? presented by Weatherly Insurance. Membership is free for all kids ages 12 and under. They receive 4 free tickets, a club t-shirt, a discount to baseball camp, and an invitation to an exclusive meet and greet event with the players. You can visit EdentonSteamers.com and download a registration form today. Plenty of kids already registered for Kids Club. Of course, the baseball camp's coming up in a few weeks. Start off this 6th inning. Bueller back on the mound. Gets his first pitch in there for a strike. Jackson Cherry, who got the explosive 5th inning started for the River Bandits, back up to bat. He doubled. He takes one for a ball, 1-1. Bueller. Breaking ball freezes him, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball, and it's just inside. Much to the dismay of the crowd here at Historic Hicks Field, which once again a packed night. Tough to find seating anywhere around this grandstand. A swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Struck Cherry out, 1 away. Bueller gets the 6th inning started, and with the 6th inning each game, we're going to be asking for our Steamer streamers. Where are you streaming from? Let us know here in the top of the 6th. We'll shout out a couple of the most unique locations in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that's our Steamer streamers. Let us know in the comments where you're going, where you're watching from, and we'll give you a little shout out. First pitch to Ben Jones is a ball. Fouls the second one back, 1-1. The 1-1 to Jones. Fly to right. Hip. Ranges over. Makes the catch. And there are 2 away. And now Pete Cosentino coming to bat. Cosentino 0 for 3. Struck out a pair of times and grounded to short. The first one bounces and hits him. He will head down to first base. Bueller just losing track of that baseball. Anthony Sherwin to bat now. Sherwin doubled home 2 runs. His last at-bat was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning and was caught looking in the 3rd. First pitch, inside. Trying to enter the front door with the breaking ball. Outside 2-0. Bueller 2 quick outs. Now with the runner on first. Down 2-0 in the count. Paints the outside corner. 2-1. Sherwin was off to a good start, 2 for 4. First game he got into this season. Facing a 2-1 count. Outside 3-1. It's 2 for 4, doubled in that game. Also stole a base and walked. So the covered 500, 600, 750 slash line for 1 game. Time to take a screenshot of that. That pitch misses. First and second. with 2 away. Bueller hit Cosentino. Sherwin takes a walk. Ethan Fuel coming to bat, and now Marshall McDonald wants to talk things over with his pitcher. And that will be all for Bueller. Pitching change coming up for the Steamers. We're going to take a quick break here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel, and we'll be right back with the rest of the top of the 6th. Michael Allen now on the mound for the Edenton Steamers. Right-hander from Lenore Rhine. And boy, did he have a spring. 14 appearances, a 1.26 ERA, 105 whip. Pitching in 14 1/3 innings. Career stats so far at Lenore Rhine, 3.48 ERA and 1.35 whip in 51 2/3 innings. He's another returning Steamer, got here late last summer, but been shut down this spring. A former college teammate of pitching coach Brett Folk, both at Lenore Rhine. The test waiting for Allen is Ethan Fuel. Came around to score last time up. And with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Allen trying to put out the fire. First pitch. Up high. Marsh McDonald gave Allen the long coveted title of strike thrower. 1-0. Ground ball to third. Copeland taking it to the bag, and that will retire the side. River Bandits threaten but do not score. They still lead 8-6 as the Steamers are coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be right back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Luke Carpenter. Into pitch now for the Tarboro River Bandits. Left-hander from Dartmouth College. Jonathan Peacock, 3 innings, only allowed a walk. Really calmed down the River Bandits after a hot start for the Steamers. That included Adam Fine's 3-run homer. And watching tonight, Jeff and Emily Harmatz, the uncle and aunt of Adam Fine. We also have a former Steamer tuned into the stream. Jimbo Pernetti played with Randy Dobnak back in 2016. And we see your concerns about the score. I'm just going with the scoreboard on the board. Thank you, Jimbo. We got Amanda Bueller watching from Reno, Nevada. And we got my own mom watching from Oaks, Pennsylvania. So that's your streamers from the 6th inning as Jacob Mustaine comes to bat and takes the first pitch for a strike. Don't have any knowledge about Adam getting the home run ball. I'm sure be updated with that in the post game as Mustaine steps out. So far tonight, Mustaine walked, came around to score in the 2nd, and struck out in the 3rd. 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. Carpenter steps off. Another one impacted the Ivy League's cancellation of their season in the spring due to COVID-19. Didn't have a spring as that pitch up and in. 1-2. Mustaine now, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And he is retired. 1 away. Jackson Hip, right fielder, coming to bat. A little Ivy League matchup here at Historic Hicks Field. Originally from Alexandria, Virginia. Hip standing 6'2", 210. Hit 3 homers last summer with the Steamers, and the first pitch to him. Outside. 1-0. 1-0. He fouls back. Fuel still behind the plate. Looked up real quick at that one. One. Up and in, 2-1, and we'll do a late shout out in the Steamer streamers. We got at Duke Hip watching in Singapore. Take Steamers all around the world. 2-1 to Hip. Skies this one. Smith under it. He'll make the catch, and there are 2 away. Evan Dolan coming to the dish, struck out twice so far in the 4th and the 2nd. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Eleven of the last 12 Steamers sent to the plate have been retired since that 5 spot in the 2nd inning. Dolan trying to change that right here. 1-1. In there for a strike. 1-2. And the 1-2. Outside, count even at 2. Dolan slash 286, 375, 667. This season as that one gets away. 3-2. Count full, 2 outs. Dolan had 2 homers in his 24 plate appearances this spring. Is that the coolest thing that's ever happened to him? Marshall McDonald coached him. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 up, 3 down for the Steamers. They trail the Tarboro River Bandits 8-6. Tarboro coming to bat in the top of the 7th. Welcome back inside Historic Hicks Field for the top of the 7th inning. Before we get to the action, we want to let you know summer's starting up, and you know what that means. Graduations, parties, and cookout season. Bill Gardner's Biggs Party Tent is the perfect place to host your next get-together. Schedule a picnic before the game for your next birthday bash, graduation gathering, or business rendezvous. It's the classic choice for family summer fun. Call the office at 482-4080 for more details. Thank you to Bill Gardner and Biggs Cadillac Buick GMC for their support of the Steamers and sponsoring our newest addition to Historic Hicks Field. Zach Malia leading it off for the River Bandits, who lead 8-6. Top of the 7th. Michael Allen still on the mound. His breaking ball misses inside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Up and in. 2-0. 2-0 pitch from Allen. That one might have broken the bat. Mustang gets to it, flips it to Allen. A little flashy over there at first base, but it gets the job done. 3-1 on the putout. And the Steamers have an out. The top of the 7th. Will Smith coming to bat from UT Martin. Houston still tuning in. Some teammates of his getting some play with the River Bandits. Smith struck out looking, had a single, and got on because of an error in his last at-bat. Takes the first one for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1. On the inside corner. 0-2. Smith quickly back into the box. Allen looking in, gets the sign, comes set. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 outs. Go back to the top of the order for the River Bandits. Jack Kulimovic coming to bat. Sacrifice fly. Last time up. Drove in a run. Has a single and a double as well. River Bandits have put 10 hits on the board to the Steamers 4. Obviously 8 runs to the Steamers 6. First pitch, grounded through into right field. Kulimovic has his 3rd hit. Michael Dolberry coming to bat. Oh for 3 with a walk. Center fielder with a runner on and 2 away. First pitch from Allen. In there for a strike. Allen, as I said earlier, a late arrival last year, the Steamers team. Enjoyed his time. Came back as he throws over to first. Mustaines got it. Kulimovic back easily. From Monteo, North Carolina. High school by the same name. Posted a 1.84 ERA and a 9.95 strikeouts through 9 in his 13 appearances of his senior year. This pitch freezes Dolberry. 0-2. Quickly throughout the spring, he became one of the returners that the coaching staff was most excited for, watching what he was able to do at Lenore Rhine. Now the 0-2, runner goes, ground ball, foul. Down the third base line. Remains 0-2. Just about over 2.5 hours of game time. Both bullpens pretty quiet right now. Made you believe Tarboro will be sticking with Carpenter and Allen with the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He gets Dolberry swinging. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Strands the runner at first. Steamers trailing 8-6, but they get a chance to bat in the bottom of the 7th, coming up on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Stretch time here at Historic Hicks Field. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Before we get there, the Edenton Steamers are excited to announce that they will be hosting 2 youth baseball camps this summer. This year's camp dates are June 16th through the 18th and July 14th through 16th. Young ball players between the ages of 5 and 13 are welcome. Visit EdentonSteamers.com to download a registration form today. Chase Bruno coming to bat to lead off the 7th. First pitch to him, outside, 1-0. First time up, Bruno grounded to third. An error brought 2 runs home on that ground ball. It's fielder's choice to go home as he fouls off the second pitch, 1-1. Was retired in his last at-bat, the 4th inning. 12 of the last 13 Steamers set down. One 1 to Bruno. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Bruno spent 2 seasons at Coker University where he hit .321 and got on base at a .389 clip. Originally from Summerville, South Carolina. Preparation for the 1-2. Carpenter steps off. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He is retired. Another strikeout for Carpenter. Adam Fine coming to bat. 2 for 3, including a 3-run home run in the 2nd inning. One of the last Steamers last season to hit a homer. So, of course, he was the first one this time around. 3rd homer of his lifetime. Also 3rd homer as a Steamer. The first pitch to him, he shows bunt. That's in there for a strike. Duality of man right there. Homer in the 2nd. Showing bunt here in the 7th, but testament to his speed. Oh, 1 to Carpenter. In there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Carpenter, Fine, both quick to get back to their positions. Fine digs in. Carpenter's pitch upstairs, 1-2. Once again, Carpenter with 1-2. This one fouled back. Mentioned earlier broadcast, Fine played sparingly for St. Joe's this spring. 12 plate appearances, slashed 400, 500, 400 with RBI and a stolen base. So 4 for 10 from the plate. Nearly at that hit total in one night here in Edenton. The 1-2. In there for a called 3rd strike. Back-to-back strikeouts for Carpenter. He's got 4 strikeouts, an inning and 2/3 so far. Casey Hare coming to bat. Got on his first 2 appearances and flew out to center his last time up. Teammates really impressed with the power he's put on a little bit of muscle over the last years. That ball is up and in to start him, 1-0. First batting practice season, he had some wide eyes from his teammates where he was putting the ball as compared to last summer. And indecisive on the swing there, does go through it, 1-1, 2 outs. The 1-1 from Carpenter. In there for a strike. Hare now down in the count, 1-2. They're a Premier Collegiate League All-Star last summer. Mainly played shortstop this year, playing more second base. And he will look at that one. Called third strike. Carpenter strikes out the side. Steamers go down in order. In the 7th, we head to the top of the 8th inning. River Bandits leading 8-6. Left-hander Ben Kaufman from Bluefield College on the mound now for the Steamers. Before we get back to the action, we want to let you know that Venture Tours is excited to announce the return of their Atlantic City Casino day trips. You don't have to break your piggy bank to visit Atlantic City for the day. Tickets are $85. You must be 21 years or older to participate. The trip includes a $35 play and free slots at resorts casinos. These Saturday trips offer exciting escorted trips where you can ride in comfort and luxury. If you're interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit venturebustours.com. Venture Tours is the official travel partner of the Steamers for the 2021 season. Top of the 8th, River Bandits leading 8-6. As I mentioned, Kaufman, a left-hander on the mound, 6'3", 205 from Fairview, Pennsylvania. First pitch, outside. Jackson Cherry leading it off for the River Bandits. Led off that explosive 5th inning with a double. Tarboro would end up scoring 5 runs in that inning. He's 1 for 3 with a walk overall in this game. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Evens the count. One from Kaufman. Outside, 2-1. Kaufman previously played in the South Florida Collegiate League in 2018. Pitched 9 games for the Boca Raton Blazers. He misses on that pitch, 3-1. Once again from Fairview, Pennsylvania. Pitched at Fairview High School. Won the 2016 District 10 2A championship. His 3-1 pitch, fouled away. Towards the parking lot. Couple of concerned looks. No sound of glass, so another one just misses the parking lot. The 3-2 pitch from Kaufman, fouled back. Once again, some people forgetting netting in front of them. A couple of squeals. Not tonight, that one probably coming right up here to the press box. Payoff pitch to Cherry. Fouled back. Keeping himself alive. Again, came into this game without a hit. Certainly left his mark with the double in the 5th inning. Was able to draw 2 walks and steal the base. First 2 games of the season. Tarboro again 2-0, sitting atop of the East Division. Steamers' first game of the season. Swing and a miss. Cherry is retired. And Kaufman strikes out his first batter. Ben Jones, the third baseman, coming to bat. 2 for 4, flew out to right field his last time around. Pitch inside to start him. The 1-0 to Jones. He swings, fouls it back. First 2 games of the season, Jones 2 for 9 with a walk. OBP sitting at 300, 222 batting average. 1-1 and fouls that one. 1-2. He's carries the distinction of being one of the very few River Bandits not to strike out on this season that's seen regular time. See if he can keep it up here. Kaufman ahead, 1-2. Lefty kicks, fires, and he's called out on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kaufman to start this 8th inning. Pete Constantino, a fielder from Montclair State. Came into this game 0 for 2, but with 3 walks and an RBI. First pitch to him. Misses. A little high, a little inside. Kaufman's 1-0. Grounded foul right to that Tarboro dugout. Fun times yesterday at the ballpark, and as the organization tried to clear up the field after a lot of rain was dumped on it. That first base dugout currently occupied by Tarboro, underwater drainage system. Dumping water into that dugout. It took a lot of time to suck out all that water and get it ready to go. Coaching staff putting a lot of man hours into that. 2-1. Just as Brett Folk, the pitching coach today, spent a lot of time on that mound at home plate. A lot of rain in the area. The 2-1 from Kaufman. Fouled back. 2-2. That's definitely the unseen part of summer ball. Coaching staff jokingly rolling their eyes at the All Whites the first game because they have to, of course, do the laundry post game. The All Whites leading to a lot of stain removal that they brought in just yesterday. 2-2. Constantino. And the pitch. High and away. Count runs full. Chance to strike outside. We'll see what happens here with the payoff pitch. Kaufman set. Kicks, fires, fouls it back, catches bit of Dolan, bit of the umpire. There's John Campbell behind the plate. Lefty, Dolan. Seems to be all right. Costantino checks on him, makes sure. And Campbell making sure as well. Once again, the full count. 2 outs. Kaufman kicks, fires. This one flowing to right field. Hip running on that one to the corner. Slides and he makes the grab. A great play by Jackson Hip. Got a good read on the ball and able to retire the side. Steamers coming to the bat in the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 2. Bottom of the 8th inning coming up. Steamers getting a chance to bat. But before that, we're going to take a quick look at the fireworks night this season. Tonight, June 5th is one of the fireworks nights, but the Edenton Steamers are the greatest show in town. How can we make that any better? Well, we'll throw in some fireworks. We have 3 fireworks shows scheduled for this summer. Like I mentioned, tonight, one of them, Friday, July 2nd and Wednesday, July 28th. Again, Friday, July 2nd and Wednesday, July 28th are also fireworks nights. Mark your calendars and we will see you at the ballpark. As for what's happening during the game, new pitcher for Tarboro, Camden Noble. Also just getting here today. He'll be greeted by Aaron Copeland. Copeland 0 for 2 with a walk. Copeland is the only Steamer to reach since the beginning of the 3rd inning. After a 5 spot in the 2nd, the Steamers have been held in check, thanks in part to Jonathan Peacock and Luke Carpenter. Copeland a chance to change that. First pitch from Noble. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Copeland this spring hit .320. Got on base at a .436 clip and slugged a .592. Hitting 12 home runs and driving in 48 RBIs for Spartanburg Methodist. 0-1 to him. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Noble working quickly. Waiting for Copeland to step in. The 0-2 to Copeland. In the dirt. 1-2. 2 up in this inning. Copeland, Heaney, and Kay. That's hard of the order. 3, 4, 5. The 1-2 to Copeland. Swing and a miss. And he is set down. 1 away. Five straight strikeouts for this River Bandits pitching staff. Joe Haney to the plate. 0 for 3. Did drive in a run in the first. Takes the first one for a strike. Designated hitter. Behind in the count, 0-1. Noble fires. Low and away, 1-1. And he had 18 plate appearances for Davidson this season. Had a homer and 3 RBIs, the 1-1. Low and in. 2-1. The 2-1 to Haney. Outside. 3-1. Looking for his pitch. Steamers try and rally from this 2-run deficit. And the 3-1 from Noble. Swing and a miss. Runs the count full. Full count. And the pitch outside. Haney on board. 1 on and 1 out for Ryan Kay. The dude, as they call him in the locker room. 14 plate appearances, got on base, 357 clip with 3 RBIs in the spring. A chance, 1 away. Worried about Haney over there at first. Noble throws over. Okay, so far 1 for 3. Base hit of the second. Grounded to shortstop in the third and flew out to left in the fifth. And the pitch. Foul back. Ready to do damage to that one. A silently anxious crowd here at Historic Hicks Field. You can see the fire truck rolling in center field. I only mean one thing, post-game fireworks, as the 0-1 is low, 1-1. Tommy Bass, the PA and DJ of the Steamers, trying to crank some tunes and get Kay fired up. The 1-1. Misses, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to Kay. Ground ball, gloved by the third baseman. But it falls out of the gloves. He goes up for the transfer, and that will get Kay on base. 2 on and 1 out. They will score that one. A base hit. Very difficult play for Ben Jones over at third base. A great diving stop. Just not able to get it in. We do have a substitution into this game, so Hunter Cole will get a chance to bat. Transferred to Randolph Macon. this spring. So he will pinch hit for Jacob Mustaine. Mustaine finishes his night 0 for 2 with a walk. Came around to score a run. Two on, one out. Big opportunity for Cole in his first at-bat as a Steamer. Pitch outside, 1-0. Cole, another one who played in Tidewater Summer League a season ago.
Hold that line right here. Here comes.
1-0 to Cole. In there for a strike, 1-1. Cole plays first base, stands 6'3", 205. Originally from Norfolk, Virginia. About an hour up the road from here. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Cole. The open stance. Noble gets a sign from the stretch. Kicks, delivers home the 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Cole rewrote his high school's record books. He finished the senior season with the best batting average ever and the most hits by a player in a season. Also says, least interesting fact, had perfect attendance in middle school. So we congratulate Hunter Cole on that. A little bit bigger stakes here, the 2-2. As he grounds this one up the middle. Okay, trying to get there. He won't. But Cole's safe at first base. First and third now, 2 away. Big moment for Jackson Hipp. Meeting at the mound, definitely talking about the situation. Runners on the corners, 2 away.
Need him in 1-9. Second the same.
Hipp so far, hit by a pitch in the second. And 0 for 2 with the strikeout and a pop out. He was rated as the 6th best outfielder in Virginia in the 2018 class by perfect game. Played at Christ School. Was named All-Conference 3 times and Conference Player of the Year as a senior. He now digs in. 2 outs and runners on the corners. Steamers down 2. And Noble's pitch. This one, the bat lands in fair territory, or at least part of it. The ball into foul territory. And it is 0-1. That one will end up being sold off. The fractured part of the bat. I know somewhere General Manager Tyler Russell is freaking out about that. Should have seen the look on his face when Casey Hare broke one on the first day of batting practice up here in the press box. Second bat casualty of the day. Evan Dolan broke one BP. 0-1 now to Hipp. New bat. And the pitch from Noble. And Cole off and running. 0-2 now, second and third. 0-2 to Hip. Steamers down by two in scoring position. As Noble fires, and he puts this one in the air to left center field. Dolberry going to try for it. He dives and he misses. 1 run in for the Steamers. The Steamers have tied the game, and Hip pulls into second base. A huge 2-out double, and the Steamers have knotted it at 8. Jackson Hip in his first live game action since last summer. With a game-tying double that played Haney and Cole. And here in the bottom of the 8th, it's a brand new ball game. Big night for the returning Steamers in the outfield. Adam Fine, a 3-run homer. Jackson Hip, a 2-out, 2-run game-tying double. And Michael Dolberry laid out for that one in left center. Not able to get to it, and it looks like there may be a pinch runner. Dolan staying in the game. Hip, yeah, he's got the helmet off. Hip getting his congratulations and hanging out around the dugout. As we'll have a new pitcher. We're going to take a quick break here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Some changes around the diamond for the Steamers and River Bandits as the game's not up at 8 following a 2-run double from Jackson Hip. Brian Hama coming in to run for Jackson Hip. He'll be at second base. New pitcher on the mound for Tarboro, Ryan Insko. Insko from UT Martin. Evan Dolan coming to bat. Dolan 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts so far. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th.
Pull that line, big boy. Pull that line.
First pitch to Dolan. Swing and a miss.
You ready?
0-1.
Level swing, contact.
Hama just getting in yesterday. Florence Darlington Tech. Again, he's on second base. Had run at the JUCO World Series. As Dolan swings and misses. 0-2. Chase Bruno waiting on the on-deck circle.
Contact. Step in and drive. Anything close.
The 0-2 to Dolan. Down low, 1-2.
Go in and call you. Base hit.
In Insko already working in his second game. First appearance, 2 innings, did not allow a run and struck out 4. Pitch to Dolan. Outside, worked it even, 2-2. That did allow 2 hits in that appearance.
Big hole out there.
And on second, 2 out, 2-2 to count to Dolan. Full count now. Dolan here, a conditional contract from Montreat, where he graduated from just a couple of weeks ago. He's running the count full with 2 outs and a man on second. Takes low and he'll walk on down to first. First and second now. Chase Bruno to bat. Gotten out his last 2 times at the dish. First pitch to him. In there for a strike. Reached a fielder's choice in the second. The 0-1 to Bruno. Swings and misses. And he's down 0-2. Similar to Dolan. Insko able to get ahead.
Contact for body or your bat. Need contact.
Final waits on the on-deck circle. Bruno facing the 0-2, the pitch. Puts this one into the air. This one down the line. It is foul. Just a few more feet one way, and the Steamers would have a lead. That one was headed into the corner, and so long as Dolan was moving, Bruno has some wheels to him. No telling what that would have been. Still 0-2. 2 on, 2 out. And it all knotted up. The 0-2. Fouls it back. Bruno facing an 0-2 once again. Insko kicks, fires, tips it back, and he will stay alive once again. So a couple of foul balls here for the Somerville native. He was a 5A All-State player while at Ashley Ridge High School. Known for just putting the ball in play. Steamers like that here. 0-2. Fouls it back. Make it Insko work. And once again, the 0-2 pitch. Low, 1-2. Dolan went from 0-2 to a walk. Bruno, quite a few foul balls, now has it 1-2. And the 1-2. Fouls it back. Definitely making the bat boy work. All right, nice keep down there in the dugout, bringing balls out to John Campbell behind the plate. And go again. Kicks and the 1-2. In there for a called third strike. And that will end the bottom of the 8th inning, but not before the Steamers tie it up. Jackson Hipp with a 2-out, 2-run double. And it's all knotted up at 8 as we head to the 9th inning here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back inside Historic Hicks Field, and what an opening night between the Steamers and Tarboro River Bandits. The Steamers jumped out to 1-0 lead in the first. River Bandits came back, took the lead 2-1. Steamers took the lead 6-2. And then after 1 run in the 4th by the River Bandits, they put a 5 spot on the board in the 5th. Taking an 8-6 lead, and then last inning, Jackson Hipp with a 2-run double to tie the game at 8. Hipp was lifted for Hammer on the base paths, and Hammer will remain in the game to play right. Coming in the game to pitch, Tyrus Baumgartner. You heard Enter Sandman. That's a confident man playing that song. That's also someone who knows he'll be called upon in the latter stages of the game. The right-hander stands 6'2", 215. And his first pitch to Anthony Sherwin is in there for a strike. Played both baseball and football at Spring Valley High School. And Prep Baseball Report had him as the 5th best prospect from West Virginia in the 2020 high school class. Bounces that one. Just lost control of that baseball. Another player from West Virginia State. Trio of them. Teammate Ryan Kay in left. And Daniel Brandon, also a part of this pitching staff. Sherwin at bat. Hit by a pitch, has a walk, and is 1 for 2 with a double. So he takes a strike 1 and 2. And the 1-2. Up and away. Count even at 2. Baumgartner steps off. this spring. Baumgartner only pitched an inning 2/3 for West Virginia State. True freshman season as that ball is outside. 3-2 to Sherwin. A 3-2 pitch outside. The leadoff man aboard. For the River Bandits, Ethan Fuel coming to bat, the catcher. Got on once, 4 times up to the plate. Sherwin. Healthy lead off of first. And Sherwin's going to go. Dolan up, the throw high, and Sherwin has second base. A 1-0, a runner now in scoring position. The 1-0 misses. 2-0. Brett Folk coming out, wants to have a word with Baumgartner. Folks' walkout song, All Eyes on Me. All eyes will be on him and Baumgartner as they try and sort through this situation now, falling behind 2-0. Second batter of the inning with the first batter of the inning standing on second base. On the other side of this inning, Steamers will have the top of the order up. And that is where we are headed right now with the River Bandits. Fuel, Malia, and then Will Smith, and that'll take you to the bottom of the order. Kolimovic, be there.
On infield, knocking down good 1.
2-0. So we pick up the at-bat for Ethan Fuel.
Watch the line, third base.
And the pitch. Ball 3. Fuel entering this one. 4 plate appearances, 1 for 3. 2 RBIs. Now owns a 3-0 count. Gardner trying not to walk first 2 batters of the inning. And that one misses.
Go to 3, guys. Go to 3.
2 on, nobody out for the River Bandits. Zach Malia to the plate for the River Bandits. Malia, pair of hits, 2 for 4. Came around to score both times. A nervous chatter fills the stands here at Historic Hicks Field, and Malia shows bunt, pulls back, doesn't matter, it's a strike. McDonald signals out to his fielders. Hunter Cole creeping in on the grass over at first base. Malia swings and misses. 0-2.
Anything close, he's swinging. Watch
Time call as Baumgartner was getting ready to go. Taking a look back. Sherwin, who swiped back earlier in this inning at second. Fuel at first. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Sherwin headed to third, and Fuel follows behind. Second and third now. Double steal. Dolan trying to go behind. There's an out now, but now 2 runners in scoring position. Will Smith. Bat. Had a single, reached on air, and struck out a pair of times in this one. First pitch outside. 1-0. Smith 1 for 5 entering this game.
Knock it down, guys. Go to 1.
Infield, just in on the grass. Another pitch outside, Dolan able to get to it.
Again, it is the last call back on.
Now trailing 2-0 in the count, Baumgartner. And the signs from Dolan comes set, kicks and fires. Upstairs,
All right, put him on.
3-0.
Put him on.
3-0 to Smith. Misses.
Fourth out at home.
Bases loaded, top of the 9th. And the top of the order for the River Bandits coming up. Jack Kulamovic,
On the infield.
6th time at the dish.
Knock it down, bring it home.
Pair of singles and a double, as well as a sacrifice fly.
Knock it down, bring it home.
And with 1 out, he fouls the first pitch back.
Behind.
We will have some fireworks.
Ready, infield.
Baumgartner's 0-1. Fouled back, this time clears the grandstand. 0-2.
Anything close, he's swinging. Get ready.
Baumgartner definitely a hard throwing arm.
Now bring it home.
Looking to develop that breaking ball over the summer. This is 0-2 pitch. Foul tip into the glove of Dolan, and there's 2 away.
Pull away, any base. Keep it simple.
Michael Dolberry comes to the plate, 0 for 4 with a walk. Struck out a pair of times, including most recently in the 7th inning. 2 outs now, bases loaded. The center fielder, Baumgartner. His pitch is lined off the glove of Copeland. 1 run's going to score. Okay, racing on in. That's a 2nd run. And the River Bandits have grabbed a 2-run advantage in the top of the 9th.
First and 14, Jackson Cherry.
Give credit on the hit there, and 2 runs coming to score. So now Jackson Cherry to bat. Cherry doubled in the 5th, walked in the 1st. 1 for 4. First pitch from Baumgartner, outside. The right fielder, the second pitch to him. Up and in. 2-0. Again, the Steamers got the top of the order coming in the bottom of the ninth. And what has been a back and forth affair. Baumgartner checking over on Dolberry at first base. Nice light toss to Cole. Remembering he's got the runner on third. And again to first. And looking over at Kulimovic. Aggressively coming back to third. 2-0 in the count. Baumgartner looking once again at the runners. Cherry. From the left-handed batter's box, takes a strike, and Dolan fakes the throw on down to second. And Dolberry has swiped the bag. Dolberry had 3 steals coming into this game over the River Bandits' first 2 games, or his 2 victories. Most recently 7-0 over the Knights. That pitch, high and out, 3-1. Three-one pitch to Cherry. Swing and a miss. Back to a full count. He's worked it back to a full count, excuse me. 2 outs, top of the ninth. Runners on second and third. Baumgartner's pitch. In there for a called third strike. And that will set down the side, but not before the River Bandits tack on 2, take a 10-8 lead. Steamers coming to bat in the bottom of the ninth, trailing by 2. We'll be right back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back to Historic Hicks Field. I'm Ray Dunn here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Steamers and the Tarboro River Bandits in the bottom of the ninth inning. River Bandits up 10-8. Top of the order up for the Steamers. Adam Fine coming to bat, 2 for 4 with a home run, 3-run shot, 3 RBIs. He scored 2 runs in this game. Also struck out once. Steamers need a rally. First pitch to Fine. In there for a strike. Stalen has come out in the on-deck circle, so it appears he will be pinch hitting for Casey Air. The 0-1 to Fine. Low. 1-1. Still Ryan Insko on the mound. Steamers had 2 on in the bottom of the 8th after they tied the game as this one popped. Hits the top of the grandstand. The oldest in existence in North Carolina. Oldest of its kind in existence in North Carolina. Fine now down 1-2. Steamers had 2 on with 2 out after tying the game in the bottom of the 8th. Left them. River Bandits. Were able to capitalize in the top of the 9th after a couple of walks. Now Fine, down 1-2. Swings and misses, and he is struck out. Anthony Stalin played with the Steamers in 2019. He's back. And he'll get his first chance to bat for the Steamers this summer right now. Named an Honorable All-American by the NCWBA earlier this week. Honorable mention All-American. 1 out. He takes a strike, hit .408 in the spring for Concord University, middle infielder. Stands at 6'2". And of course, the younger brother of Steamers assistant coach James Stalin. He swings through this one, 0-2 with 1 out. Copeland in the on-deck circle. Two. Oh, and in 1-2.
You get on base, buddy. There's plenty of ice over there. Take one of the team.
Field just as crowded as ever. Mostly in part to the great baseball game that these fans have been shown, but also fireworks after this one. 1-2. Stalin looks at strike 3. And they're now 2 away with Aaron Copeland coming to the dish. Copeland walked, came around and scored last time up. 0 for 3 with that walk. Steamers down to their final out. The pitch from Insko. This one is hit into left field. That's in for a base knock. Joe Haney will now come to the dish with 2 out. Good time for Copeland's first hit of the season. Haney walked his last time up, 0 for 3. Now the product of Davidson College. Not a bad pitch away, 1-0. He represents the tying run. And the 1-0 pitch designated hitter sends this one down the left field line and foul. As people quickly clearing out of that picnic area as the ball bouncing towards it. 1-1. Ryan Kay standing on the on-deck circle. 2 for 4. Count even at 1.
That's it, buddy. Regulator calling your name.
Insko's pitch. Copeland on the way to second base, and he'll take it. Without a throw, no one covers. 1-2. Now, Haney down in the count. Steamers are down to their last strike in their first game of the season. Pitch from Insko. Copeland on his way. Ball skirts away. Copeland spin around. He's given the stop sign, and he'll hang on at third. Count even at 2. Copeland's made his way all the way to third. One on, 2 out, 2-2 the count. Insko kicks. That pitch outside, runs the count full.
Don't let him call you, buddy. You got a break there.
Steamers all up on the brick side of the dugout, as with Tarboro.
Be hitter. Don't let him call you.
Payoff pitch on the way. He pops this one in the air down the left field line. Giving chase, third baseman Jones comes down with it. And the Tarboro River Bandits take this one at Historic Hicks Field. The Steamers fall 10-8. As the River Bandits put 2 on the board in the top of the 9th. Plenty of lead changes. We will be right back with a post-game report on this game. Again, the River Bandits take this one 10-8 is the final. Steamers fall to 0-1 in the season. Tarboro improves to 3-0. We'll be right back in a second with a post-game report. The quick post-game report here from Historic Hicks Field. Steamers falling 10-8. I'm Ray Dunn. Tarboro River Bandits improved to 3-0 on the season. And they do so behind a really big 5th inning and then a perfectly timed 2-run 9th. Take this one 10-8. Jack Kulamovic, 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs to lead the way for Tarboro, but up and down the lineup. Very impressive effort, all but one of the River Bandits registering a hit in this game. They finish with 12 hits. On the Steamers side, jumped out early. We're up 6-2 after 2 innings. That was capitalized by an Adam Fine 3-run homer. He finished 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. However, Steamers bats went silent for 5 innings there between the 3rd and the 7th. And did end up tying the game in the 8th on a 2-run double from Jackson Hip. However, in the 9th, once again, Tarboro River Bandits able to come away with the win. A couple of walks and a big hit from Michael Dolberry gave the Tarboro River Bandits the lead, and they win this one 10-8. That's the final here from Historic Hicks Field. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Steamers will be back on the 8th of June against the Greenbrier Knights. That one's on the road against War Memorial, and then back home against the 9th of June against the Morehead City Marlins. I'm Ray Dunn. Again, we'd like to thank you for watching. We will talk to you real soon.